This is meteorologist Andrew Markowitz with the latest on the major winter storm that will impact most of the United States this weekend, January 24th and 25th, 2026. As always, this will be a no hype, no nonsense, no fear-mongering breakdown, and there have been some pretty important changes that we need to discuss as well. At a basic level, this is a classic recipe for a major winter storm as mild, moist air from the Gulf collides with extremely frigid air in the north. This Arctic high over the Midwest is actually a piece of the polar vortex, and there is a legitimate shot that it could challenge daily intensity records. At 1,050 millibars, this is something you typically see in a place like Siberia. In fact, on the morning of Friday, January 23rd, the NWS expects wind chills to drop into the negative 40s in parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. This is considered to be dangerous levels of cold as frostbite will occur almost instantaneously. With this storm, we are currently tracking two separate pieces of energy, one over Baja California and the other over the northern plains. This is considered to be a split flow pattern with two distinct branches of the jet stream, the northern and the southern. The question is, will they remain separate or will they phase together and become an even more powerful and wide-reaching storm? This is a type of setup that we have not really seen in the past few years, and that is something that favors a long-duration event that could drop a lot of snow and perhaps more consequentially, ice. The latest model guidance is showing a swath of heavy snow from the central and southern plains through the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and the Northeast, ice from Texas to the Carolinas and Virginia, and heavy rain and potential for severe weather near the Gulf Coast. There has been a big change since last night, as many of the models have not only moved north, but did so by a few to perhaps several hundred miles. Over the last 24 hours, we have seen this northern storm become stronger and more consolidated. This strengthens the ridge over the eastern U.S. and also allows the polar vortex to move itself out of the way. This means that instead of our storm tracking more to the east and struggling to gain latitude, instead it will actually move more to the north. Do I think this trend is plausible? The answer is yes, because physically that makes sense. Is this the final solution? I would say that's unlikely. We could see this continue to trend north, or perhaps it overcorrected and will move back to the south. But yes, I would say the areas of both heavy snow and ice have adjusted northward, but to what extent, I think that's still up in the air. Ensemble models show potential for a wide area of at least 6 inches of snow from Oklahoma to the Ohio River Valley, with the highest probability in the orange contour. This currently includes places like OKC, Tulsa, Wichita, Joplin, Fort Smith, Paducah, Carbondale, Louisville, Evansville, and Cincinnati, among others. Those probabilities decrease as we move to the north, as precipitation will be lighter, and to the south due to mixing. There's also potential for a major, if not crippling, icing event across much of the south. Based on the current track, this could favor places like the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, McAlester, Little Rock, Shreveport, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, Huntsville, and Atlanta, among others. After that, models show potential for at least 6 inches of snow for most of the Northeast above central Virginia. This includes places like Youngstown, Pittsburgh, Charleston, Rochester, Syracuse, Buffalo, Albany, State College, and Harrisburg, as well as the I-95 corridor from, say, Fredericksburg all the way up to Boston. For reference, this is what the models had yesterday. You can see that it was much farther south. Icing will also be a significant concern from central Virginia to northern Georgia, with the highest potential in the Carolinas.